everybody, I'm Corinne Blackstone and welcome to my craft room. I'm so happy to have you here today, and before we get started, be sure that you're subscribed here on YouTube. That way you don't miss out on any of the fun crafty content we have coming. Today's video, we are going to be going over 5 of my favorite Cricut hacks. Now, be sure to check out my previous hacks video, which I will link down below in the video's description. I'll also link everything that we use in this video down below as well. That way you can find anything if you want to do the hack as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first hack is not only a time saver, but also a money saver. What you're going to do is use weeding boxes to create a space that you can add even more stuff to your mat. Now, I'm going to do this using a pretty intricate font, but this will work with text and with images, so you can do it with anything that you're using. Create your design, and then you want to add a square to attach your design to. You want your square to be just a little bit bigger than your design, but not a ton because you don't want to waste a lot of materials. This is going to make it easier for you to weed these small designs as well. Then go ahead and center that design on there, and the next step that's important is attach. I'll change the color here so it's easier to see what we're doing. But I do want to make a bunch of these because I'm going to use them on something. So I'm going to click the make button. Now they do ask if we want to save it. I'm not going to save it right now. Then what you're going to see is I have one design on my mat. I'm going to go over to project copies, and I'm going to try to see how many I can fit on one single mat. So I tried 10 first, and then I tried 20. And you can see I still have a space at the bottom. So let's see if 22 will fit. And you can see that 22 fits, but along that side there on the right, I have space. So I'm pretty sure that I could actually put a few more pieces over there. So this is a great way to save yourself material, which is going to save yourself money. So I'm making it up to 24, and you'll see that I have a second mat. If I go to the second mat, click the 3 dots and click Move Object, I can choose the first mat, click Apply. Now it's going to get a little glitchy right here. You're going to see it get a little funny, weird. That's okay. It happens sometimes. So what you'll do is take that design, and I'm going to turn it sideways so that it will fit along the side of the mat here. Now again, I said it got a little glitchy. That was just design space, but you'll see I can pull this over to the side, and I can absolutely fit that one there. Now I didn't do all of them, but I'm able to fit 4 over on the side. So I click the 3 dots, click Move Object, and then all I have to do is move that design over and just turn it sideways, and it will fit just fine. So this is a great way to save yourself on materials, time. It makes it a lot easier to weed with these weeding boxes, which we'll go over in just a second in one of our next hacks. This is one of my favorite things in my craft room. It is my paper cutter. What's great about this is it makes it easier to get a straight line on your vinyl so that you're not wasting a ton, especially if you're doing a full design. You can measure this to any length that you want. So I'm doing a 12 by 12 piece with a roll of 5 feet vinyl, but it gives you that nice straight edge. It's super easy to work with. Honestly, so worth the investment. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but one of my favorite hacks is how to load the vinyl onto your mat. So especially when it's rolly like this from being up in a roll, using the front plate of your mat, so the front door, actually can help you put this on your mat without so much struggle. Now, I did struggle a little bit. My mat wasn't super sticky, but all you do is line your vinyl up with the top or bottom line on your mat, and then you just unroll it and press it down on your mat. This is going to help from any parts of your vinyl sticking to your mat that you don't want them to. Just makes it a lot easier to get everything lined up, straight, and held on really securely. This here is something that's going to save your mat a lot of wear and tear. Your mat can go in actually both ways. So you can put it in with the little keyhole at the top, or you can put it in with the keyhole at the bottom. But you cannot put it in sideways. It will not fit. So that just helps on the wear and tear on your mat. Super great hack. And finally, hack number 5 is where we're going to be using those weeding boxes so that you can really see how simple it is to weed these. It really saves you a lot of time. It cuts a little bit longer because it does have to cut a box around everything, but in the long run, it's worth it for the material savings and for the hassle of weeding. So you'll see first I take off the big background piece and you have all these little individual boxes. Each of those boxes is an individual design. This way, when you're weeding them, you don't have to try to struggle with weeding multiples at the same time, especially with these thin lines, because a lot of times they can lift, which you'll see in just a second. The T on Blackstone lifts, and if I was trying to weed all of these at once, I have a feeling that every single one of them would have been such a huge struggle, and I probably would have wanted to cry into my cornflakes. But because I'm doing these each individually, I'm only having to focus on one set of my design at a time. That's allowing me to take more time to make sure that nothing lifts, and it's giving me more control over my vinyl. I don't have all this extra vinyl sticking out that could stick to something. I also don't have all this extra vinyl to be hassled with when I'm trying to just focus on one single design, one single letter to make sure that nothing lifts. So, did you learn any new hacks in this video, or were they something you already knew? Let me know down in the comments. I'd also love to hear if there's a hack I didn't show that is one of your favorites, because I'm always wanting to learn new ways to up my Cricut game, save me time, save me money, all the things. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, happy crafting.